Hi, Christy here with Make Everyday Colorful. Today I'm going to do a review for you on the Best Busytown Games and Activity book. It's a Richard Scarry book. So, I'll start off by showing you. So, there's Connect the Dots in here. There's even games, but we'll get to that. So, there's mazes you can do. This is Find the Difference Between the Two Pictures. This is searching, a word search, and this one's also kind of a word search. It's the letter, you color in the letters that, for this one, which I think is bike. Yes, it's bike. Then we have find the two that are exactly the same, and then this one you have to draw the tunnels correctly to get them from one end to the other. What doesn't belong in the picnic basket? Oh, this one you got to find all the ants so they don't eat the pig's food. Crossword. Another connect the dot. So now we're finally getting to a game. So it has the rules of the game. So there's, I think, 5 games in here, which is pretty cool. So 3 of them are card games and 2 of them are like a board game. So this is the Stinky Skunk. And here are the cards. So the object of this game is you don't want to have the Stinky Skunk cord. I'll show you what it looks like. The Stinky Skunk. You don't want to end up with that at the end of the game. So basically you shuffle the cards and you deal them out and then you go towards the left and you got to try and get matches. So if you get the matching cards, then you get to put them down at the end. And once all the cards run out, whoever's left with a Stinky Skunk is not the winner. And they also tell you in here, you can also do like the regular like matching game, a memory game. So in this one, you would take the Stinky Skunk cord, because that's the only one like it, and you would discard it, and you would just do like you would normally do with a memory game and have all the cards face down. And one player goes at a time to see if they can find the matching, put it down. So whoever has the most matches at the end of the game would win in the memory game. And like I said, in the Stinky Skunk, it's the same thing. Whoever has the most matches and also does not have the Stinky Skunk is the winner of that game. So then we go to another maze. Okay, so here's one of the games, one of the board games. This one's Busytown Race game. So it gives you the instructions. And then this is what the little board looks like. And in the very back of the book, there's these little things that you cut out, which I have them cut out. I actually made copies of them because I didn't want to cut in my book. So I just made copies, and I might even laminate them. So these are like the little game tokens, the little game pieces. And basically the way you move, I thought about using a die or something, but the way they tell you to do it is you take coins, you know, pennies, quarters, whatever, and you throw them down, and let's say it's however many heads and tails you have. So if you have all tails, like it tells you, if you have all tails, you don't get to move at all. But if you have, you know, 2 heads, you get to move 2 spaces, 3 heads, 3 spaces, you get that point. So whoever gets to the finish line first wins. And of course, there's things like, you know, you might have to go back or go forward a couple spaces. So the point is just to get your token to the end first. Okay, then you see, here's some more activities like what comes next, pattern. And then this one's the green light game. You gotta try and get all the green lights to go. Another maze. A fossil find. And a color. Another word search and crossword. Find the difference again. Color by number, and this one, I didn't even read this one. Draw how the reflection appears in the mirror. Okay. So drawing. Find 6 things that don't belong, and then it's the pattern thing again. What comes next? Word search and connect the dots. Not word search, crossword. Here's another game. And this one, the object of the game is to form boxes by connecting dots. So C, search, and then another word where you have to color the correct letters for that word, which is dive on this one. Seaside scene, so you got to try and put the pieces in the right spot. And then, you know, find out whose line goes to what they catch. Let's see. Oh, this one, everybody knows Go Fish, or most people do. So the game of Go Fish. So Go Fish, of course, the object of that game is to be the one that has the most sets. So you got to get 4 of the same. So these are the cards. So you just want to try and get 4 of the same, and by asking the person to the left of you, you go in a circle, and that one you can actually ask anybody. You just ask them, like, do you have a spare tire? And if they have it, they have to give it to you, and you keep going until someone says Go Fish, and then at that point you'd have to draw a card. So you'd have your little your little card pile and everything to draw from. And then whoever has the most pairs at the end wins. Go Fish. So this one, oh, how many balls is he holding? And then a maze. Another word search and a pattern. The what comes next. Connect the dots. And the 4 differences. A maze. Another word. Color the word, the correct letters for that word. Can you find the bunch below that has the exact same balloons as what he's holding? So counting, crossword. Another one of those puzzles where you put the piece in the right spot. Another connect the dots. Differences between the 2 pictures. Shopping scramble, patterns. Which 2 are exactly alike. Another color by number. Spot the difference on the form. Another one of these, try to form boxes connecting dots. It's a game. Barnyard crossword and a maze. Let's see, we're getting close to the end here. A safari search. Another what comes next. Oh, I always like doing these where you had to like basically decode, putting the correct letter with the correct picture, and find the 2 giraffes that are the same in the next one. Okay, so another card game, Crazy Planes. And much like the other ones, you're trying to get, this one actually reminds me of Uno, okay? Because you put down a card, so let's say you put down a 1 and it has orange on it. So someone else can either put down a card that has the 1, you know, and you go in a circle. They can either put down the 1 or an orange card, and you know, it keeps going. So the next card is whatever, and you can either put down that number or that color. So, and the crazy 8s are the wild cards. And you want to try and get rid of all your cards, okay? And let me show you those cards. So, and all of this is in that book. I think this is so cool how many games are in this book that you can play. And they even have a little spot in the very back of the book. Let me show you real quick before we go on. That you can put all your game pieces, your little tokens, and all your cards and everything. Another one where you have to color the correct letters for the word, a color by number. Got to put the pipes in the correct spot to make them lead to the end. Then we get on to our next game. And the next one is Pirate Adventure board game. So this one also has game pieces. And this one's the same as the other one where you flip the coins and heads and tails with your coins. However many heads you have, that's how many spaces you go. And some of them you might can move ahead, some you might have to go back. And let me show you the little token pieces for that. I had them a second ago. Oh, there they are. Okay. See, I'm losing myself here. So I have the little pirate pieces for that game. And we're getting, I think that's the last game in that book yet. Then, can you find 6 things that do not belong in the winter scene to connect the dots? Find the differences. The word search. Then what comes next, some more pattern. And then in the back it tells you all the answers. So that's the end of the book. So it's got quite a bit of activities in it, you see, and it has 3 card games and 2 board games, and then those little dot games that you can play. So overall, I really like this book. I think some of it my toddler, I say toddlers, like 3 and 4-year-old, almost 5-year-old could do. I think some of it would probably be above their head. Like obviously the word searches and stuff, they'd have to be a little bit older and better understanding how to read and everything to do that. So I'd say this book could probably range easily from like 3 to, let's say, I don't know, 8 or 9. I'm just gonna say, throw that number out there. I don't actually have a kid that old yet, but I think they would still enjoy it. So if your kid can count and read, they could probably do all the activities easily. But if not, there's some of them they could do now, and then when they got a little older, they could do the other ones. And I'm gonna put a link below on where to get this book. I actually lucked out and found this at a thrift store for less than $1/4. What? I know, I was so lucky. But it says that it retails on here for about $15. So if you want to see other reviews of some Richard Scarry stuff I did a review on the other two games I have, the Richard Scarry Airport and the Richard Scarry Busytown I Spy a game, and I'm also going to do a review on some books. So just look down below and see the links for those, and click to subscribe if you enjoy what you watched, and y'all have a blessed day.